Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nayaswami Padma, and I'm here today to bring you the noontime inspiration from the original teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. Today I'm reading from Swami Kriyananda's autobiography, The New Path, and there's a very beautiful excerpt I wanted to share. It's quite brief. He says, like a divine gardener, the Master labored unceasingly for our spiritual development. It took patience, love, courage, and considerably greater faith in us than most of us had in ourselves. For where we saw only our egos struggling to shed their imperfections, he saw our souls struggling to reclaim their divine birthright in God. Some of his disciples justified his faith in them better than others did, but he extended to all the same vision of their ultimate perfectibility. This is something that I was able to observe. Swami Kriyananda in this autobiography, The New Path, talks a lot about what he observed when he was with Yogananda, who was a fully liberated master. What I observed being with Swami Kriyananda, who said that his life mission, his life work, was to try to be a good disciple to Yogananda. In other words, he did not claim to be the guru. He pointed everyone to Yogananda as the great master that he was. But my point is that in being with Swami Kriyananda, I observed this ability which he learned from Yogananda, and it was quite natural, it was second nature, to see the highest in all people, in all circumstance. And I saw this when some of my friends or myself made, a handful of big mistakes in our lives. He was there just the same, not judging us, trying to help us, holding out always the highest. I've shared with some of my friends that when I worked with him, when I was handling the publishing department and he was publishing a lot of books in those days, he would hold out, now this book is going to sell 1 million copies, or this lecture that we're giving, the hall was standing room only. And I knew, well, I shouldn't say that I knew, but part of me understood that the book may or may not sell 1 million copies, or that the hall may or may not have been completely standing room only, although he was always honest. There would have been people standing. But my point is that what he was seeing was the highest. And then one day I woke up and I understood that that's how he was seeing me. I was the standing room only. I was the book that was going to sell 1 million copies because he was seeing me in my own highest potential. And it's not just that he refused to see anything else, it's that he didn't see anything else. That was the reality, because that is our divine reality. And a true master, as Paramahansa Yogananda was, could see only that in his disciples. So even when we judge ourselves and say, "Ah, shucks, I'm just not very good at this or that," or "I was unkind," or "I was jealous," or "I was angry," or whatever the case might be. This is not the light in which he looked at us. He saw us always in that perfect light. And to the extent that we're able to do that for others and for ourselves, that will draw us magnetically ever closer to the very light that we seek to commune with. So joy to you, and we'll see you again next Tuesday. Many blessings.